I read that when you started in the banking industry, your first job was folding statements.
Yeah, humble
Uh,
beginnings.
yeah, and it used to take so long that you figured out how to do it in a minute.
Yes. Oh God, yeah. It was a tough job.
Yeah.
It was a tough job because statements are produced on a monthly basis.
Yeah, because
and then
back then there was no emailing.
Yes, and it
Okay,
was a dot
okay.
matrix printer, so you'd get one continuous row.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to go through the whole statement, know where one begins, and tear off, fold, put in an envelope. Yeah, and I hated it. I really, really did.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I remember saying this. You're fresh off uni, and you think you're like here this corporate world needs me with everything I've learned in business school.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So I had to because the thought of, like I'd wake up, I'm like, oh crap, today is the day that statements are printed and I need to fold. And there are clients who are, like on time. On the day of printing, they need their statements. So I can't, like client can come to the counter and I'm like, oh, by the way, we get to fold them, so please come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I figured out how. I mean, there's no magic to it, but I was able to do it in under a minute.
Yeah.
And because I really obsessed about it. I remember there's one time, I think I worked a weekend to just, like time myself and figure out how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that has been applied. So like repetitive jobs, and I think that's what, like tech has really come to solve.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a form of technology called RPA. Well, it's AI based, robotic process automation. Like the processes that are repetitive, like automating them. But I kind of did something similar, like on the manual side, like figure out, like how to know, like this statement ends here.
Yeah.
A style of folding, getting it into the envelope, and then also arranging them. Yeah, because it's not, you want the client to come and within a very short time you're able to serve them. Yes, and I'm not, like flipping through, because I mean they're not gonna take you seriously. Remember, as a banker, you needed to have held a certain level of professionalism.
Yeah, because you're dealing with people's money.
Exactly. So you can't look like you have no
you don't know
processes.
What you're doing. If you realize your banker doesn't know what you're then you get worried. I'm like, you're
gonna move. You're gonna move.
Yeah. Do you think those kind of experiences are really good for you? Because in as much as obviously you hated it when you're doing it, but thinking back about when you think about it, you realize that it helped you realize that you like problem solving. In as much as you hate it, for you to just have a peace of mind, you need to solve that problem.
Brian, you're spot on. Spot on. You sound psychic, because that's really what it is. It did help me like harness my problem solving capabilities. Yeah. The other thing was, like, even as you go up the ranks, you become more sensitive and conscious to what people have to go through to do their job. Yeah. So it's not just about issuing instructions. It's putting yourself. So when it comes to improving processes, the ones to prioritize. Yeah. When it comes to managing people and the jobs they do, it's you're able to appreciate what they have to go through and give them the right level of support for them to do their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, like, it helped me be client-centric. Yeah, because it's having to deal with annoyance of clients who didn't want to wait for their statements. That got me into thinking, how do I get this? How does it become less of a problem? Well, it's how I felt, but it's also having to deal with that client who, I mean, I didn't plan my day to spend an hour at the bank waiting for some teller to retrieve my statement. Yeah, so it's
so you solved so many problems with just solving one.
Yes. In hindsight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching that highlight video. If you want to watch the full conversation that we had on the game drive, click here. I'm going to put it here. Don't forget to like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, or even share with anyone who would be interested in this conversation. It helps my channel and it helps me make more videos like this. Asante. Bye.